I'm at Consensus 2023, and it's so exciting right now. There's a lot of people here. There's people from all over the world that show up, and it's amazing. There's a lot of developers, and there's a lot of content creators, a lot of press people here, a lot of writers, a lot of lawyers. People from everywhere in the cryptocurrency blockchain space are here today, and it's amazing. I like the organization. It's very organized, and I came in today checking, and it's been a smooth ride since, so looking forward to it. Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with the real Brian from London Real, and Brian is one of those people that really actually got me into like thinking about investment and looking at trying to get into activities that can change my life. And I'm just so honored to be here with him at Consensus. So Brian, what got you so fascinated and passionate about making sure that young people understand how the economy works, how money works, and how to make good decisions in the current economic system right now?
You know, when I started London Real 12 years ago, you couldn't find this information anywhere else. You turn on the television channel and you got 4 channels of the same nonsense, and it was really hard to connect with information. So we wanted to kind of democratize information and give people the choice to learn about, Wim Hof breathing or Robert Kiyosaki talking about business, and have all these unconventional points of view that people could just have on tap. And so I went out there searching myself for all the answers, and then I just broadcast it out to people to see if they were interested, and it just kind of grew and grew and grew. I think financial education is one of the most important things. I believe our schools teach us to be poor, and I believe most of the world doesn't teach us anything about money. And if you don't have a relationship with your money, I don't think you have a relationship with being human. They're all interlinked, which is why I'm here at Consensus, because blockchain allows us to have these peer-to-peer transactions and to really have financial freedom, which I think is paramount to even having free speech. So that's why I'm here.
Absolutely. And then my last question for you, Brian, would be, if you are to be in charge of the whole school system in the U.S., what is one thing that you will change?
Well, first of all, we make Robert Kiyosaki the superintendent, right? Author of Rich Dad Poor Dad. We start playing his board game, Cash Flow, which my kids are playing with me right now. And we just start teaching people about money, Why don't we teach money in school? You're teaching these kids chemistry and Spanish and, ancient Roman history. Why aren't you teaching them about money?
Social studies.
It makes you really wonder. Think about that. Why not? So we change that right away, make it more entrepreneurial. And that's got to be the future, and that's probably what's going to fix this country, fix the world.
Absolutely. And then just to cut to my last question for you would be: you think the concept of that teaching money in school is intentional?
Look, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I leave that to my guests on London Real. But look, if you look at our school system, it came from Britain, where I live, and it was built for the workers of people in the Industrial Revolution, and it basically taught their kids to be workers.
Right.
And so why would you want to teach these people about money or teach them to be entrepreneurial? You need to teach them to go to a factory, listen to the boss, be quiet, and just do their work. And so I think it's just ingrained in the system, and I think it's never changed. But we can change it now. We've got information everywhere. So there's no excuse now, especially with channels like mine, the information out there, you can do it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Brian. I appreciate you. I'm just so happy to see you and meet you. And I'll probably see you around at the conference. So.
Sounds good, man. Let's do it.
Thank you, sir. I just walked into Consensus 2023. It's going down. Looks so pretty in here. There's a lot of companies. There's lots of startups, and this is amazing. I did my check-in. Got my badge as a press person, and it's really nice just to be in this environment where there's a lot of investors, there's a lot of content creators, there's a lot of developers, there's a lot of business folks here. I'm looking forward to having a conversation with a lot of people at this event today, and I just can't wait. It's going down. We're in Texas, Houston, Austin actually, and it's the 2023 Consensus. want more of just like a notepad, like tienes que salir. Sure.
To understanding, compassion, and collective wisdom. I can be leveraged to unlock the secrets of the universe, to unlock the mysteries of the human mind, and to create a future where we can all live in harmony with one another.
Are you able to disclose the secrets of the universe at this time?
My favorite cryptocurrency is a GIX, of course.
That's not a secret.
Desi is AI.
From Consensus. Joining us now to discuss the future of Web3 and blockchain gaming is Animoca Brands, co-founder and executive chairman, Yatsu. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
So nice to see you in person. Okay, this is another area where a lot has changed over the past year. I actually want to start with Metaverse because I feel like the last year at this time, or around this time, people were really excited about the Metaverse. This year, maybe not so much, or less so. I think we could say less so, right? Maybe you disagree with that. But what's going on with the Metaverse? It just seems like some of the excitement has cooled. You know, the Wall Street Journal had some headline where they referred to it as the Metaverse, like MEH-verse. And I feel like Animoca also cut fund, you know, for Metaverse. So just tell me your perspective about that, since you're such a leader in that space.
Well, I mean, I think some of the things to think about is that last year, for instance, one of the sort of digital assets in space, what we call the open metaverse with NFTs, was still $24 billion of sales, for instance. So that's actually still quite meaningful and continues to actually not be that small. The other one is that economic activity in the of Cyprus and Iceland and 100 other countries. So it's not doing that bad in comparison to, say, 2 years ago. But I think there's a sentiment thing as well, right? So for instance, in America, sentiment on the metaverse is broadly negative, and I think it has a lot to do with Facebook's sort of narrative around this, right? So meaning there's a conflation between sort of the closed metaverses that Facebook is saying, since they're saying, oh, we're not so sure about the metaverse, or let's go focus on AI as the next kind of buzzword. There seems to be a shift around, yeah, we told you so. But in Asia, for instance, the metaverse is really not, it's very much overage. Even the Japanese government and Hong Kong and so on are basically saying that metaverse is a major focus area, Web3 is the future. So you see a bifurcation of sort of where different countries and nations are looking at that.
So, you know, I just want to challenge that a bit because I come from India and that's part of Asia also. And I see that East Asia has an affinity towards the metaverse. You know, you talked about Japan. Japan's Prime Minister Fumio Kishida, he said in the policy speech that the country would invest in NFTs, and South Korea is also trying to build a metaverse